come from Munich, and today we have something interesting again for you guys. It's the wireless display adapter by Microsoft. This is quite a nice little adapter that enables you to use Miracast devices like Android and Windows 8.1 devices usually to just display their picture on the TV right away. So if you have not that smart TV that doesn't have Miracast or Wi-Fi built in, this is quite nice to just have the possibility to use your picture from your tablet or any other device on your TV right away quite easily without much of a setup. So we'll take a close look at how this looks like and how to use it with a Windows device or an Android device in the later part of the video. So let me just open it up by taking here the sticker off the bottom, and you can see there's a lot of text here on the sides and on the back, and actually it says that we have Android 4.2.1 at least that you need, and Windows 8.1. So with Windows 8.0 or 7 it shouldn't work or should not work at least as easily. They tell you to just really use it with a 8.1 or Android 4.2.1. So you can see here the dongle already dangling around, but let me take that actually out, or let's take the whole thing here out. Let's see what else is inside the box. Like for example a warranty guide and really all kinds of languages, not that interesting for us. Otherwise there is a really short manual inside here where we have on 1.5 pages, for example, the whole complete English setup that you just have to plug it into your TV, plug it into the USB of your TV or to your wall, and then you just need to download some kind of Windows Store app. Or just go to devices, project, and wireless display, and that's it. But we'll show you to you guys later here in the video how to do that, and you should be as close as 20 feet to your TV. So it's not like Bluetooth, you can't go that far away, but that's why, because it should also work with 4K, I hope at least. So then we have an adapter inside the box, which is an HDMI to HDMI adapter. Why do we need that? We need that actually because the device is quite long, and if you have a TV that's maybe where the HDMI ports are really close to the edge or to the bottom, you don't want to have this device sticking around there, so you could just plug in your HDMI and maybe have it dangling around somewhere else in some kind of other direction. So that's quite handy right there, and probably not also that cheap. And then we have here the adapter itself, which has a nice little cap that you probably don't need anymore. You can't really put the cap anywhere except for maybe on the HDMI part of this little guy. And then you have here the USB cable, so you can just plug that into your TV for power, or to the wall, or to some kind of other external power source. Now we have also a button here, I don't know what that is for, it doesn't say it in the manual. And yeah, the HDMI port is not golden, but this is available for about 60-70 bucks. Not that cheap, it's a little bit more expensive than, for example, a Chromecast, but this will also work with not only the Chrome browser and just Android devices, but the whole Windows environment. So this is kind of like a 4K wireless adapter, which is really quite handy, maybe also for your beamer, so it's not limited even to TV. So we will try that. Thank you much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, peace and again. Welcome to Untitled TV, where we have here now the second part of this video with a TV that's running here on wireless display Windows 8.1 connected with my Acros tablet, which costs only 100 bucks with Windows 8.1 installed. And you can see that it's quite fast and responsive, and it's really easy to connect because you only have to slide in here from the side, select project, add devices, and then you can say connect or disconnect. Actually we can just disconnect now, and then you can see that it says Microsoft Display Adapter 32, and I could take just my Windows notebook, for example, like this Dell XPS 13, go here also to the same side. I don't have a touch screen display, so I have to do this with here the gestures, devices, project, and then searching for devices, and here we go, connecting, and then it will be connected to my XPS 13. What's quite awesome again is, as I said to you in the first part of the video, it also works with Android, and I will show it to you guys with my Note 4. And usually it's actually a little bit faster with connecting than, as you can see here, but it's really an easy way, and you only need HDMI and USB. I actually did it right now, as you can see, maybe a little bit there, because I didn't reach the USB port of my TV with an external USB battery, but actually it works quite well usually, and I don't know why it's not connecting to my XPS 13 right now. It was quite easy before, so let me just actually maybe cancel that and connect to our Note 4 that I also have ready here to connect. let me remove the device. Here we go. Yes. You can also say it should also always just connect automatically, and you can also set up how many displays you want to connect, or as which display, as an extended display or as a duplicate display, like you are used to probably already from most projectors that you would regularly use. And yeah, it seems like this is a slight little problem, but let's see if my Note 4 sees the display, and then we can just do that. So you can see under Android it's quite easy to find your NFC and sharing options, or it's maybe called just Miracast. So just look for that. You go here into screen mirroring, turn it on, and let the smartphone search for your adapter. Now if this doesn't work right now, I only have to do is get up and disconnect it from the power. It's quite easy. Just have to do this. Replug it in. It restarts in a second. Doesn't take long, and then I only have to scan again, and then we can connect and look at some videos I shot with my 4K camera here in the Samsung, for example. So you can see it takes about half a minute maybe till it boots up. Ready to connect. I have to hit the scan. It's already connecting because it found the adapter, so there is auto connect probably here built in, and you can see this is also working quite nicely without the extra animations. But what I can do now is go into the MX player, for example, and play some series, like for example your Two Broke Girls. It doesn't seem to be the same quite nice resolution than on the smartphone, but probably just because it's bigger. And you can set here the volume like you would do on your smartphone. The brightness doesn't change actually anything on the TV itself, but what you can of course also do, which is quite handy, of course usually is your own movies or your own things, like for example pictures. But this is maybe a quite interesting video where you can see that at low light 4K, a 4K video would look like this, for example, here with a few friends being out on a party. Quite awesome picture quality, if you ask me. But if you just have some party pictures, you can also just go into the gallery and look at those. Sometimes it seems to be a little bit slow, like right here, it's a little bit laggy. But that's maybe probably because of the display resolution of the smartphone, which is quite high. It's even more than Full HD, and then you have your Full HD TV up there. So you can look at pictures that you shot, for example, here at a store. Of course, you can flip that around. Or a Subway sandwich. This was in Las Vegas, and so on. So the Miracast adapter is really quite easy to use, but you have to keep in mind is to always disconnect here via the settings, and then it's available for other devices. So yeah, it costs about 50, 60, 70 bucks depending on where you want to buy it. Let me actually try it again here with my Dell PC, and while I try it, let's wrap up. So thank you much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. This was the full test of the Microsoft Miracast adapter. That's called the Microsoft display adapter or wireless display adapter. Thank you much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe. My name is Balazs, and the next time please tune in again, and maybe also check out the store button below. So thank you much for tuning in again. And till next time, thank you much for watching.